Yo, it's your boy Timmy Lee Glean, and I'm coming at you with another one of these videos. Once again, I'm here again. And I may double up on this depending on how much time this one takes, and I hope it don't take that much time. I don't think it needs that much explanation, but just appreciative for those that, once again, that have subscribed. In this past year or so, my subscriber count has doubled, so that's very much a blessing. And off of my last video, I lost some subscribers, but I think that's the name of the game, you know. And I feel like the earlier I get used to this, the better. That I know that I had people that subscribed to my channel prior to, you know, me walking with the Most High. So for those that may be offended at my last message, I don't do anything to offend anybody. This is something that I was moved in the Holy Spirit to speak about, and maybe I didn't convey it in a way that I probably would be able to now, but I believe that at that moment it was delivered in a way that it was meant to, just out of fear, you know. And we shouldn't even be moved by fear in the first place, you know, because fear does not come from God, you know. But I was moved in fear due to a position that I was in, and I didn't want to put anything out there that would possibly make me lose that position. And now I'm at a place where I just don't care. And I'm not gonna say I don't care, like I don't ever want to disrespect people. I never want to step on people's toes, and I never want to come at what somebody believes in that aspect. But I have to tell you the truth about the creator of the universe, the creator of all this. And if you don't like it, you know, there's an unsubscribe button. And I'm glad that nobody like commented it with hatred, and they just respectfully unsubscribed. So I thank you for that. Also, I don't have a big enough audience, and I'm not in the algorithms enough to be able to attract anybody that would come at me in that way, at least in this YouTube world. So I'm thankful for that. And you know, but ultimately, you know, people gonna disagree with you, people not gonna like what you say. You know, ultimately it's an important thing to just say what you need to say regardless. And just me with these porch therapy sessions and just sitting down on my porch and just talking about things that's been on my mind that I felt like I couldn't say, or felt like I didn't say, or things that I said that because I'm speaking through Facebook and other forms of media where you have to read what I'm saying instead of hear what I'm saying, it's a bit different. This is therapy for me. I'm just getting stuff off my chest, honestly. You know, but once again, it's just a blessing to be here today. I'm just thankful and grateful for whoever watches the content, whoever stuck with me, whoever's sticking with me even before I started walking with God, that's actually watched the content and everything like that. And I know it ain't that many that watches, you know, but I do believe that regardless, as long as one life is being touched, that's really what matters to me, you know. So when I present the gospel to you, when I present Jesus to you, when I present principles or morals of the Most High, and even in these topics, and all of it's tied to God at the end of the day, everything that I've been talking about, rather it be semen retention, or rather it be like we need to help me to men of God, women of God, you know, and just children of God, and how, and just the issues in our society, and all these topics that I'm moved to speak about. It's not coming from, I'm not pre-planning none of this. So anytime I sit on this porch and talk, it's not pre-planned. I might write a topic down, but I'm going off the top of my head. And basically, you know, I pray before these, so I just ask God, you know, just allow me to be an oracle for His glory, and I want to give Him the glory. So before I got into the topic, I just wanted to explain that, because I noticed that I lost a couple subscribers, and that's okay. You know, it's better to be in this place now and stand firm and bold now, so you know what you're getting up front, instead of trying to conform to the YouTube and to the algorithms, and conform to society and conform to culture just so I can get people to like me, and then I turn over and do this. No, I'm not doing that. If I have 300 subscribers and that's all I have, I'm cool with that. And I just got 300 people rocking with me, or half of that rocking with me. I don't care. You know, so if you rock with me, you rock with me. If you don't, you don't. I'm not here to make people like me. I'm not no nice guy, and I think you already understand that and know that. And that's a big part of this topic that I want to speak about, because I literally was moved to speak about something else. But before I do that, this is what I want to talk about. Stop being a nice guy. And I just watched that video, my first part, and it was some things that I feel like I didn't touch upon or I didn't put emphasis on. And you know, in that one, I really very much focused on being a nice guy towards women and how nice guys finish last with women. No, nice guys finish last in everything. And when I say a nice guy, I don't mean kind, I don't mean polite, I don't mean respectful, I don't mean chivalrous, I don't mean none of that. So it's like we get certain things misconstrued. I'm a wordsman. I'm a rap artist. I'm a lyricist. So I put emphasis on words. So when I learned what nice was, when they say nice guys finish last, it's like, why? Why can't you be kind? Like, why do you gotta be an a-hole to get respect? And it ain't even about that. It ain't even about being a jerk. It's about not being nice. When you're not nice, you're not allowing nobody to walk all over you. You're not allowing anybody to alter you or take you away from who you are truly meant to be and who God has made you to be. And as men, there's a term that says nice guys finish last. Nice guys finish last. I used to be careful how I spoke, and not in wisdom, because, and let me get this straight. I mean, let you get this straight. Just about me. I literally don't care anymore. I do not care. I don't care. I don't care what you think, and I don't care about how you feel when it pertains to the truth. Now, when it pertains to being a jerk, when it pertains to being rude and rash, when it pertains to being hateful, and these are things that I probably could have came off as, and I could have came off in the wrong spirit about being correct. Now, if it's any of that, and I made a public video apologizing on my Facebook to anybody that I've offended because I came off in the wrong spirit, I never apologized for what I said. I apologize for hurting people's feelings about the things that I said. So I don't regret nothing that I said on this internet. Nothing. I don't regret anything that has been spewed out of my mouth or spewed out of my mind. Even that radical stuff that I used to post that I don't anymore. I did not regret it, because that was the first time in my life that I stood up as a man and stood bold and firm and said things that's been on my mind for 20 plus years that I never got to say, because I felt afraid. I felt afraid to say stuff because I saw the reaction. Like, and this is the thing. They use celebrities, or they use people to be a public spectacle. So when you see a man standing bold and firm in his masculine frame, and then you see what's the word I'm trying to use? Character assassination, political assassination, just the public assassination, social media assassination. When you see somebody being assassinated for just having an opinion or having a view on a specific point, and then you agree with that stance, and you have somebody getting attacked and basically publicly martyred through the social world, especially the way that things are now, and people are losing money, and people are losing their livelihood, and people lost their lives. People got assassinated for standing bold. Assassinated. Those are public examples to make sure that you don't say nothing. Those are public examples to make you curl up in the ball whenever, and you know you want to say something. You know you want to do something. You know you want to stand up for something. Whenever somebody does that, especially in a big public space, in a public sphere where many they have the potential to have people following them, they done. Think about, for instance, the brown community, Israelites. And we have COINTELPRO, and anybody that had the potential to be, as they considered a black messiah, or anybody to be any sort of motivation to a wide mass of black people that could bring us together and liberate us from the oppression that we've been in, and uplift us. Anybody that had the potential to galvanize a large group of us, anybody that had that potential, where they at now? And why haven't nobody stood up in the past 60 years or so in a mighty way? Because whenever you speak up about stuff, you see people speak up about, you know, aspects of Hollywood, aspects of, you know, what goes on in these parties, or what goes on in this industry, or what goes on in these things. And you see people speaking about this stuff. And those are bold men. You see people like, you got Andrew Tate out here. You see somebody like him. He's speaking against so many things. He is ripping a hole in the matrix in this society. And I'm not saying he's completely right and that I completely agree with everything that he says, but I agree with about 98% of what he's saying. I agree. And one thing about being a man is, in order to be the most efficient man that you can possibly be, you can't be nice. Think about back when they used to hunt. Like, men used to go out and hunt for food. You ever see another man say, hey, you know what? You can have that. I'm going to hunt the next thing that comes by. What if it ain't another animal for another 50 miles in the square radius, and that's the only animal that you got? What about when men went to war? Just imagine saying, you know what, you can take over our land, you can take our women and do whatever you want to do with them, and you can take our children, they're your children, they'll be your slaves. That's what nice guys do in this modern day society. And we could translate it to other things where we see opportunity. The nice guy is going to be the person to hold the door open for the person that's just going to walk in and not even thank them. Nice guys have this level of self-righteousness, and they wear that on their sleeve, and it's like this badge of honor. It's a badge of honor to be a nice guy, to be that person that's just super duper nice, to be that person like you're willfully becoming a doormat for this society, for women, for other men, for just whoever. It's just, you're a doormat. People using you for, like, I remember growing up, people using me for my homework, people using me for the answers to the test, people using me for just, and even so, being a nice guy, like, oh, just over the years, you know, just over the years, and you get thrown into the friend zone by every woman that you speak to, and you show interest to a woman, and because you're a nice guy, she's not gonna be attracted to you in that way, because ultimately a woman ain't gonna feel safe with no guy that's gonna let everybody walk all over him, including her. A woman ain't gonna be attracted to that. A woman ain't gonna feel secure in that. A woman ain't gonna, this is why you're just a friend, that she feels safe in that way, and she don't see you in a threatening way, and not in a threat to her, but in a threat to others. Because when you're truly in your masculine frame and not a nice guy, you become a threat to the kingdom of darkness in a way that people can even see that in the natural, that you are a threat to the kingdom of darkness. And when you're a threat to the kingdom of darkness, that makes you in a level dangerous. When they see you as a threat, and a woman will feel safe with that, because she know, like, nobody can cross this. He's gonna stand up for me. He's gonna do whatever he can. You know, so, and ultimately the friend zone thing, you know, you're kind, you're nice, you're this, you're that, you know, and it's nice to be around, you great company, and this and that. Or maybe women are just using you to see if they still got it. And it's sad, but it happens, where it's just like, well, let me be around him, let me hang out with him, let me be his friend, let me receive all this from him, let me get these compliments from him, and just all this nice stuff. And she know that you be into her, and you're like an ego booster, you know, where you will raise up her self-esteem, you'll raise up her everything, her morale, her self-worth, about herself. You're that nice guy, so you're gonna do that for that woman just so she can up and have that confidence to give to another man. And to go this happened too many times. It happened too many times, and I'm just telling you, you know, being a nice guy and having children, your children gonna grow up in whatever way. Your children gonna grow up and run the house, and you're gonna have a woman running the family, and the children running everything, and you lost all control of everything because you are a nice guy. You go to work and do your service at work, and you allow your boss to talk to you whatever kind of way, and this and that, and then you go home, allow your woman to talk to you whatever kind of way, your children disrespecting you, people in the neighborhood disrespecting you. It sucks to be a nice guy. You are a loser. And when I say loser, I don't mean like like in I don't mean in nature or anything like that. Just look around and look at your life. And I'm telling you, when you start to walk with the Most High, like, and I will hope that anybody that's listening to this that don't walk with the Most High, I hope that you get to know Him. But when you get to know the Most High, there's a level of respect that comes with that. And I don't mean because there's nice guys that walk with God, that, you know, this and that and that and this, because they ain't read the Old Testament and they don't get the boldness of true prophets of God and true men of God and men that truly stand bold and firm on His word. Because when you standing bold and firm on the word of God, you ain't gonna let none of this stuff move you. Ain't gonna let people's opinions move you. When you're a nice guy, you let people's opinions move you. When you're a nice guy, you let people's feelings move you. You let people's emotions and feelings move you to not say things, and it controls your moves. That is witchcraft that you are allowing yourself to be under. And it's wicked and it's evil. You see what Adam did. Adam took a bite out of the fruit. But if Adam wasn't a nice guy at that moment, you know, God told me I can't. So now you know that. Peace. Because you couldn't obey the voice of our Lord God. You couldn't obey our God. And ultimately that was on Adam as well, allowing Eve to do that. You know, but ultimately when you look at that original sin, look at us in this sin-stained world, in this sin-stained flesh right now, all because of the first nice guy in history, Adam. Thank you, Adam. But also thank you, Adam, because I don't know, I think this existence wouldn't be worthwhile without the pain, you know, without the opposition, without the tribulation. There's no joy without the pain. There's no sunshine without the rain. Well, I rhyme when I don't even try, but truly, you know, so as a man, when you go through your hurtful experiences of being a nice guy and you turn around from being that nice guy, you know, and men, because there's only two routes that you can take when you turn away from being a nice guy. You can be a womanizing, misogynistic jerk. Or you could just be a more respectful man, more firm man, but you're just not a doormat anymore. And once again, it's either way you go, you know, I feel like it's just best to walk with the Most High. My word to anybody, any young man, don't be no nice guy. Like, don't. They say nice guys finish last for a reason. And once again, being kind is not being nice. I mean, being kind is not being nice. Being respectful is not being nice. Being honorable and chivalrous is not being nice. To be nice is to be foolish and gullible and docile. You are a doormat. And people treat you whatever kind of way they want because you are a nice guy. It's time to walk away from that. It's time for us men, you know, to really be men. It's time for us men, because women ain't gonna feel secure with the man that's a nice guy. Once again, the children are not safe and secure with the nice guy. They not. So once again, stop being a nice guy. And once again, I wasn't even gonna talk about this, but I had to talk about it. I had to get it off my chest because Once again, I've been here and I watched that last video, and I just kind of wanted to put some deeper emphasis on that. And I believe because of my experiences and the things that I've overcome, like I said, the fears that I had because of people's thoughts and me being in a position, just imagine just being Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, and they telling them what to do, and they like, you know what, we'd rather burn in the furnace, we'd rather burn alive and then to follow what y'all. And I just read in the book of Jasher that happened to Abraham first with his brother Haran. They both got burnt in the furnace, and his brother burnt alive, but because he had the spirit of the Lord and the favor of the Lord on him, he survived the fire of the furnace. So that happened with Abraham too. Now, for those that don't believe that the book of Jasher isn't part of the scriptures, the holy scriptures, because it's not the 66 canon books, then you know, whatever. But I read it and I'm like, man, I believe that happened. The book of Jasher is cited in the Bible, so I'm going off of that. So I don't want to get into no theological anything. I really am telling you about Abraham getting burnt in the furnace because he wasn't afraid. Because when you stand bold and firm with the Most High, when you stand bold and firm on the Most High, he will protect you, even from fire, even from storm, even from flood, from a whale's mouth, from lions and tigers and bears, from giants, from demons and devils and principalities, from every single thing. Especially if you are a man of God. Not one of these weak men that claim to know God, that claim to be following God. I mean a mighty man of God. We got to stand up as men, and we got to stop being weak. We got to stop being docile. We got to stop hearkening to the voices of our women, and maybe we'll be in a better position in our lives. Ultimately, I hope you heard everything I've been saying on these videos. Like, go through the playlist and like listen. Listen to some of the things I've been saying. I'm really saying some stuff that makes sense. So I just hope that you can hear what I'm saying, and I just hope that this message has been a blessing to you. If you're rocking with the content or whatever, you know, I urge you, I beseech you. No, I'm not going to beseech you. I'm not going to beg you, but I urge you to go to my website at www.timmylegaline.net, and you'll find a lot of good stuff there. Music, like my music videos, production company website. I got a store on there. These hats aren't available anymore, by the way. They've been discontinued from the distributor, but regardless, there's a whole bunch of new stuff coming about, a whole bunch of good things just coming together, and just trusting in the Most High and all of that, and just want to just thank you. You know, I thank you for watching this. I thank you for subscribing. I thank you for, you know, tapping in with your boy. And once again, if you rock with this, you know, comment, subscribe, and share. Like, you know. But ultimately it ain't about that. It's about giving the Father the glory, and even if it's one person that's been touched, I thank God for it. But hey, may God bless you in Jesus' name. Woo-hoo.